You're what? Dave! It's funny. TV.
Welcome to Dave TV.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's Tuesday.
Boom, 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 boom,
Tuesday.
boom, 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 boom,
The old
boom,
switcheroo.
boom, boom, boom,
Bamboozled.
boom, boom, boom,
It's
boom, boom,
Tuesday.
boom, 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 cut.
Well, hello and welcome to Dave TV. All right, so today is the first ever episode in my series, Two Knife Tuesdays. So for my two first knives here, I have up two awesome knives. The one on the left is the CRKT Onion Wrinkle 2, and on the right is the BRS E-Volve Apache. This is in the exclusive white from Blade HQ. I chose these two knives because they are similar but quite different. I've had the CRKT for some time, but I recently purchased the BRS. So, all right, we'll cut right to the chase here. The Ken Onion Wrinkle 2 from CRKT has a drop point blade with a hollow grind made out of a US 8 steel. It features a liner lock and a flipper opener. This knife actually has been discontinued, but I found plenty available on eBay for reasonable prices. The handle is made from aluminum, and it feels really nice in the hand. I do like the way it has that texture. You can see it has a liner lock right there. Nice and simple. And on the other side, it has a pocket clip for tip down carry. You can see how it has etched on the blade. It says Ken Onion Knives, or I'm sorry, Ken Onion Design. And you can also see right here that it has a lanyard loop. Once again, it works very nicely with the flipper. Flips right open with a nice action and closes very easily one-handed as well. Up next, we're going to take a look at the BRS E-Volve Apache. As I said, this is actually a Blade HQ exclusive that I just recently picked up for myself. This is in the white G10. It is very similar to the CRKT, as I said. It does also feature a drop point blade, but this one has a flat grind, and this is made out of D2 steel. I will admit I don't know very much about the different steels. I do have a lot to learn there. I need to sharpen up on that quite a bit, but that's okay. We will get there. You can see them side by side right here. Like I said, they are very, very similar, especially in size. They are, just a very similar length. The CRKT is, of course, tip down carry, though, and the E-Volve Apache is tip up carry, as you can see there. Take a little look over here once again at the flipping mechanism. They both do flip open very nice. I don't think one shines above the other in here. Just a little closer look at the CRKT here, though. You can also see on the blade a little faintly. We'll see a little close-up better a bit later, but it does say first production on there. Kind of just a thing that I think is a little bit on the neat side. We'll move in this Garfield tactical ruler here so you can have a look at the size. But I will say this, I'm not going to go over the numbers. Those are kind of boring to listen to. So we will just take a look at this wonderful flippy action. It is very fidgety. I find myself reaching for this one a lot. I keep it on my desk so that I can play with it from time to time, and I do like that a lot. It's, like I said, very fidgety. It also has that gimping on the top right where my pointer finger is, and the liner lock, like I said, is very easy to use. Everything is very easy one-handed. Almost as easy as handling this ruler one-handed. But you can see it flip open right there. Once again, it's lightning fast. Cannot complain. The BRS, once again, you can see it's a very similar size, just a slightly different shape. The G10 handles on here, they are slightly textured. I do like that, just in case your palm gets a little sweaty. It shouldn't be too slippery. You can see the blade on here. It is also, like I said, a drop point, just like the CRKT, but it does have a flat grind instead. This also does have the thumb hole And it has that little blood groove right there kind of going through the thumb hole that could also kind of be used like a thumb nick. You can also kind of use the button lock and just flip it open. And the button lock is a spot where I personally like that a little bit better than the CRKT with the liner lock. Just another ruler, just in case you think Garfield's a liar. This one says David, so you know it's reliable. You can see how easily it works single-handedly right there, once again, with the button lock. This one, once again, is extraordinarily fidgety. I find myself reaching for either one of these to just flick them open and close them again. Sounds like a lot of fun, right? But it actually is. Don't knock me. You can see right there with the hollow grind and where it says first production, and it does say CRKT. On the other side, it does have a couple markings as well. You can see right where it says Ken Onion Designs, and it says the wrinkle, and then a couple other markings. I believe it says the type of steel. You can see on the BRS here, it does have D2 marked on the thumb flipper, which, I'm sorry, the flipper, which is actually a little bit unusual. I've seen some people say that they don't really like that very much, but I don't really mind. It keeps everything off the stone-washed blade, and once again here, like I said, they are very, very similar size. You can see them, they just fit together almost perfectly. It's very interesting. But I will show you, though, it's interesting because they are different shapes. So they are very similar, but they're very different. And here's where the difference comes in. If you look at my pinky, it's kind of just hanging off there. There's not really any more room up front. Like, I can't move up because that hits the blade. So my pinky does kind of hang. It's not necessarily uncomfortable, but it does just hang off. On the CRKT, on the other hand, just the different shape makes it fit. I, again, wouldn't move my hand up because the blade is right there, and that's not safe. Both of them have the gimping where you can see my thumb just was, so they both are good with that for your grip if you are doing some work with it. This knife has been around quite a bit for me. It's been carried quite a bit. You can see it has a little bit of wear on it. The BRS is, of course, a lot newer and a lot sharper currently. Once again, you can just take a look at the difference there between the the little pinky portion of the handle. All right, it's time to get focused, and let's just take a closer look here. So I'm going to cut right to it, and we're going to take a little bit of a closer look first at the CRKT, and just, kind of just go over my feelings on it. But you can see here, just with them together with a closer look, that they are just so gosh darn similar in size, but the handle is definitely where it's a lot different, and just the way that it supports your entire hand. It's not really a complaint, it's just a difference between the two. The CRKT, you can see that how is that little all that nice little texturing on the handle. I think that would be very helpful if your hand gets a little sweaty. You can see the wear and tear on there, though, as well. For the Apache, just one thing of note, I did have it in my pocket with a pair of brand spanking new Levi's, and it did get a little blue on the handle, but it cleaned right off. So super simple to clean. A couple just little closer looks here. I like the look at the clip. The clip on this one is huge for me because I like the way it has that texture. And boop, oh, I messed that one up. Okay, we'll just do this again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can see here where it does say first production on the blade, a little bit clearer. You can also, again, see the texture on that the clip a little bit better, and you can see where it says Ken Onion design on the blade. You can also see that beautiful grind on there with the hollow grind. I do like the way it looks quite a bit. A little closer look here. You can see a little bit. It's a little hard to see in video, but it does have a stone finish on there on the blade. I do like the way that looks in person. It definitely shows up a little bit better, but just a little bit of a closer look so you can see the way it looks from different angles. Just like that. I like the way the black stands out personally for me, for the way the clip is, but I know some people might prefer either silver or white. I'm sure you could do your own customizing. And again, the button on here is a huge feature to me. It is so super smooth, but when it comes down to the two of these, I would have a very hard time picking in between the two. For sort of a consumer advice sort of thing, I would say just get whatever one you like. And honestly, in most cases, I actually think that's a big thing. We don't have to worry about prices and exclusives and first editions or first whatever it says. But the thing is, like, I just get what you like, and it feels more comfortable in your hand. You might have smaller hands than me, and the other one might feel a little better. But anyway, now I have a couple little clips here. Just I'm going to shut up and let you hear the way they sound. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Two Knife Tuesdays. I will be bringing them back every Tuesday. Once again, today we went over the CRKT Ken Onion Wrinkle 2 and the BRS Apache E-Volve in the exclusive Blade HQ white. And today's episode was brought to us by Swiss Cheese Condoms, the only condom made from actual Swiss cheese. They may seem useless, but they're still better than the government. I hope you have all a great day. Remember, if you're going through a hard time, remember, it's just for now. Take care.